Good morning. It is about 6:30 and I am off. I have about 41 miles to White Pass. I am not hiking 41 miles today, I'm just saying. Interesting morning for me because I had met two male hikers yesterday on the ride from Trout Lake to Potato Hill. And they were like, oh, we'll get up at 4 and start hiking at 5. And I kind of wanted to hike with them. And I had set an alarm, but there was some snoring to be had. So I put my earplugs in and I didn't hear my alarm at all. So I woke up at 5:30. They both were already gone. So great. And then, so now it's 6:30. I think I will meet them at some point. They're good hikers, and I think they do pretty good distance, but they kind of get to camp a little earlier than I personally prefer, so I'll probably catch them at the end of the day. Also, interesting fact, I didn't talk about it at all yesterday, but somewhere showed up again. That's of course because she was ahead. However, she got to Trout Lake the night before I got to Trout Lake. She had sent me a text message telling me that there was a fire. I got that in the morning, but I was never able to respond to her because we had literally no connection until I got to Trout Lake. And she wasn't at Trout Lake anymore, so she took advantage of the 8 a.m. shuttle that day that let her get somewhere near that closure. So she kind of did a little reroute. And then yesterday when we were driving to Potato Hill, we saw her on the side of the road doing that reroute. And then the funniest part though, because she didn't want to have a ride to Potato Hill, she kind of continued her footsteps. As we're on trail, I'm thinking, she has quite a while to catch up because we had we were dropped off at Potato Hill and she probably was like 2-3 miles at least back. But sure enough, we're hiking. All of a sudden, to our left, she's coming out of the woods. She did some sort of shortcut and just out of the woods showed up to our left. That was funny. So I was laughing a lot because it was so random. Like, she always shows up completely randomly. And really, her name somewhere really does her really well. Anyway, that's me 3.5 minutes of talking about this morning and yesterday. So let's hope we get some views today. Since some of you say I should just show the scenery instead of my face when I talk, I'm sorry, my face sucks. But anyway, I also lost my knee brace in the hectic environment at Trout Lake, but I did have KT tape. So honestly, my knee feels actually really good this morning, but the KT tape is hopefully gonna help give some extra support. Also, I've been trying to send a message with my Garmin and it's not going through. Even though you have all of this stuff, but it's just not going through. So, and I'm at only 9% of Garmin power. I know I can charge it. I have extra power. So that's another thing. When I got to Trout Lake, I did not get to charge any of my devices. I was able to charge my phone in the shuttle that we had, but my Garmin was at 11%. And you might wonder why. Because when I was in Hood River near Cascade Locks, I guess I had my Garmin on the whole time I was in the hotel room. And it powered it down. And I didn't realize it because I knew my Garmin was at over 70%. So I didn't think I need to charge it because Garmins usually don't take that much power. Anyway, I didn't realize my Garmin was at 0 when I did breakfast at the hotel. And so then I last minute was able to charge it like 14%. So now it's at like 9% right now. I don't know if I said 11 before, but it was 9, it said 9%. And I'm trying to send just my morning message to my family, and it's not going through. So yeah, don't do what I do. Don't have your Garmin on in the hotel, and then it'll just like try to send stuff. I don't know what happened there, but it went out of power real quick. Woohoo! All right, y'all, I walked a little bit of a blue blaze for a view. This is pretty, like really nice. Back on the PCT. Ooh. Back on the PCT. Something that I will hike today is Sispus Pass. I'm about 13 miles from there. And, well, that's a view right there. I could have just walked here and not have taken that blue blaze. Of course. I kind of wanted to address the potential of having done some sort of reroute of this Mount Adams fire. And to be honest, I really don't think that would have been possible. So somewhere had the luck to somehow, walk around it, because she got in just that morning where everything closed. She got to the trailhead, and then she took some forest roads to get to where we actually were dropped off. However, all of those roads that she was on, all of them were closed as we were driving through them in the afternoon. Like everything was being closed. Another hiker told me about another trail that they had to take out. That was a Sobo hiker. She took one, an alternate route to get out away from the fire. And I was thinking that may be it, but everything is being closed. Like it's pretty amazing and intense how wide of a closed section they have. I mean, like it's, the span of 666 miles, it's Mount Adams, it's quite a large fire. And I think the reason why they're closing such a big area is because it was a very, very vicious fire. As I said yesterday, it went from like a few hundred acres to 2,000 overnight. Clearly, it was one that was moving very quickly. So, unfortunately, I was not ahead the way somewhere was, or I couldn't skip, I couldn't do the reroute because I was, half a day behind. However, all those sections that she was hiking were being closed. And I just am so thankful that I got that one shuttle that allowed me to not skip the entire 66 miles and just 22.1. So I'm very, very happy about that. Also, it's going to be a neat little section to hike, 22.1 miles. It's going to be so cool, to do as a day hike. So I look forward to making that up. I probably will be doing that part southbound. I'll hike from that Potato Hill trailhead to Trout Lake, and then I'll probably go into Trout Lake because I didn't get to experience the entire town. On today's episode of Finding Something Unusual on the Trail, it's a saddle. I couldn't believe my eyes. I think there's gonna be a long video today because yesterday was a decent size. But also I'm by myself. Also, I mean, I'm lately always by myself, but I have so many thoughts. I think the biggest thing that I'm thinking about right now, how I'm so happy with the decisions I've made throughout this hike. There's maybe one decision I am not happy about, but overall, so happy. Like, I am so happy that things worked out the way they did work out with my first family. I mean, it wasn't a great situation. I didn't go in too detail about it because, you know, it's not really that important. But I am so happy because me not taking all this extra time waiting out the Sierra allowed me to meet Boss Bay and Bird Call and Bougie and hike with somewhere throughout the entire Sierra completely successfully. I had such a great team. And then if I hadn't chosen to do that, I wouldn't have been able to hike with somewhere the reroute around Etna because she would have been way ahead. I'm so lucky that happened. And then once again yesterday, if I had decided to delay some of the things, I would have not hit that shuttle yesterday in time. And I would have had more fires to go around. I mean, like longer distances to go around. And everything just works out how it should. I do miss my family, like Boss Bay and Bird Call and Bougie, a lot. But I guess everything just happens how it should. The one decision I'm not 100% happy about is skipping those 60 miles and not doing the road walk. I had relied my decision on whether I'd have another person to hike with me. And I think that can be considered a smart decision because, you don't want to hike by yourself on the side of the road. You could get hit by a car easily and nobody would ever know. But it's probably what I'm gonna do when I'm done with this hike. If that road is open, but the trail is still closed, I'm gonna do that 60-mile road walk down. And, but once again, skipping that 60 miles allowed me to get to the fire yesterday on time, because had I not skipped that, I would be 2 days behind, and here I'd be again, having to worry about another fire and a reroute. So I'm generally very content with the decisions I've made. We've got 4.9 miles left to Cispas Pass. There is I think that's Mount Adams with all the smoke. Can't even see it. I mean, you can see the smoke, but I think the mountain goes like even higher, like chip boop boop boop. About 50 minutes of a break. Now 3 miles to Cispas Pass. So I've already hiked 15 miles. So 3 to Cispas. And then kind of going from there. Hello, picture perfect moment. Hello. Wow. I just came from there. All right, on top of Cispas Pass. Moving on. to the next part. So I get confused because I'm not too much of a buff when it comes to knowing where the heck I am. So I thought Goat Rock or Goat Rocks was like an actual particular peak. But I'm looking at the map and there's nothing that really says Goat Rocks. I'm coming up on something called Old Snowy Mountain. And I'm in the Goat Rocks wilderness. So is that because that's all there is? Don't watch my videos if you want really intellectual information, because I don't know where the heck I am half of the time. I see a bunch of rocks. I'm in Goat Rock Wilderness. I thought there was an actual goat rock, but I don't think so. I mean, I think what I was showing you so far was all there was. Now, there's a bunch of rocks right here, but I think it's just Goat Rocks Wilderness. Like the Sierra, probably. I don't know. But maybe there's a place that's just Goat Rock. Maybe there's like a little hump that says Goat Rock, but I doubt it. I think I'm just in the Goat Rock Wilderness, and I haven't seen any goats. Okay, I have a 2.4 ascent now up Old Snowy. Let's get it going. Okay, I literally just said the S word because how you doing? I think that has to be Mount Rainier because we are mighty close to Packwood, and I know Packwood is close to Mount Rainier. So wow, this just saying hi behind the mountains. Wow. Whoo. Wow, it just looks like clouds on the camera, but that is one mountain right there. Yep, just came from there. Boop. Well, I decided to take a little break, but look at my view. I'll show you. That's Mount Rainier right there. And I think they call this Knife's Edge, but again, I know nothing, so we'll see. Yep, had to confirm with another hiker. Looks like I am on Knife's Edge. Yes, I have to take that route. This Knife's Edge is pretty and all, but it's completely unnecessary. I've never been a peak bagger, and getting to the top of this stony, rocky bump was really not that necessary. Oh my goodness, now I have to go further, like over there, right there. Oh wow, how you doing? Okay, one more bump. One more bump. Made it to the last bump. Woohoo! And just like that, I'm in my tent. I don't know what happened. I guess I didn't film the last 3 miles or something. Found a campsite where there's nobody, which is very surprising because there's a lot of people. I walked by a lot of campsites, and this campsite I thought would have some people, but it doesn't, because you kind of have to go up, and it probably is something that people would easily miss. But I think I'm probably gonna have another person probably get here at some point. It's just a matter of time, but if not, that'll be great. So I'm in my tent because mosquitoes, and tomorrow I have only 12 miles to White Pass. So that's gonna be great. I don't know what I wanna do yet. Do I wanna just go to the Cracker Barrel, which is not the franchise Cracker Barrel, it's just like a place they decided to call it Cracker Barrel as well. Or I'm gonna go into Packwood. It seems like at first I was mainly just going for Cracker Barrel. I was like, okay, I'll just go there because they have everything like shower stuff and camping and stuff. But I just feel maybe I'll go into Packwood, but we'll see. You'll see tomorrow, because I'll see tomorrow, because I still don't know.